All right. All right. All right. All right. We need to have that talk. You feel me? We in here. We in here. Oh yes. Oh yes. NC salute, 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 salute. Salute to everybody in here, you know. King James. Damn, we going already. We didn't even we gotta get this debate. Let's get this debate. We gotta get it popping. We gotta get it popping. We gotta get it popping, right? Because I know we all done just watched The Last Dance. We gotta get it popping. Y'all niggas answering the question I ain't even asked yet. Shout out to Duval. Shout out to Duval in the building. All right. Ireland. Shout out to Ireland as well. I've been there one time. Uh, Said the Hall of Fame joined together to stop him from getting ring. Shout out to Cleveland. Cleveland always in the building. You got Mamba. That's another argument. That's another argument. Kobe and LeBron is another argument, which is my argument because I don't think you can put LeBron ahead of Kobe to compare LeBron and Jordan. But that's a whole nother argument for me. And I don't want to if listen, if y'all ain't actually see Jordan play, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for y'all to chime in accurately because a lot of shit has to do with the moment. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of shit that Mike did had to do with the moment. Like, I don't even know if LeBron went to the finals in '07 and was drafted in '04. That's true. He was drafted in '03 though. Oh yeah, okay, you got it, you got it, you got it. Kobe had Shaq and a Hall of Fame coach. I agree with that too. But hey, he also had Powell too. Gasol ain't no Shaq. Gasol was nice, but Gasol ain't no Shaq. Gasol ain't no Shaq. We can't put Kobe out there like that. Here's the thing, bro. He say he just here to be here. He don't even watch basketball, but he was still an all star. I mean, you know. All right. Yeah, Kobe 5-2. Say that. Say that. Say you can't compare him to anyone. Kobe tried to beat Jordan. But see, you can compare LeBron to Magic. Y'all see, that's another thing. Y'all ain't seen Magic play. A lot of y'all, I know I ain't gonna say all y'all, but there's a lot of people that didn't really grow up and see Magic play. I didn't see a lot of Magic playing, but growing up, that was, I grew up right after his time, so it was still very relevant. You had to go back and watch Magic growing up when we grew up. Every championship team is more than one leader. That's true. I mean, we know this. Mike don't got two back-to-back three-peats without Scotty. We know that. That's a fact. Magic could play all positions. Magic did play all positions. A lot of people forgot that. He got on the court and played every position one time. Every position. Even sky hooked. Even sky hooked. LeBron and Magic is a better argument to me. He's a more athletic version. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I think the argument is weird because I just you just there is no Mike without Scotty. I disagree. There is no Bulls dynasty. without Scotty. But Mike is Mike. That's the one thing we all should have took from that documentary. Is y'all? Somebody call my phone. Um, but no, listen, Mike is Mike, right? So Mike gonna get his, but Pip, Pip is the Bulls. Pip is the reason for the Bulls dynasty. Absolutely, you don't have no dynasty without Pip. That's 100%. Now, how would y'all see Mike playing with LeBron? A lot of people think that. I read a lot of people think Scotty. How would y'all fare Scotty or Broad? How would y'all fare that? Listen, nobody can say LeBron didn't have help because LeBron actually asked for help. I think LeBron needing the help is not even the argument. Mike needed the help. We not even that's not the argument. But I think see, yeah, it's two different eras, but the thing is, this is the thing. This is why people like a lot of people today is called soft. You see, best example, Game 6. How many people would have played the way Scotty played in a Game 6 with the conditions Scotty had? I know 90% of the league wouldn't have been on the court. This in this era, 90% of the league wouldn't have been on the court with Scottie Pippen's back injury. That's 100% fact. The mentality of the people today is just way different. That's why a lot of niggas think Brown would have Scotty would have got the best of Brown. He would have got. I mean, because their mentality is just different. Now here's something that a lot of niggas didn't catch. Scotty took all that abuse in Game 6, all that abuse. Damn near shouldn't have even played, to be honest. And then the very last play, he told Mike, and go back and watch it. Episode 10. He went back and told Mike, they can only score in the basket. And I'ma be ready to take the drive, to take the charge. Let's not give him nothing cheap. This nigga got his ass whooped the whole game and was still ready to take the charge at the very last second if need be for that championship. How many niggas is playing like that today? We've seen people have meltdowns on the court, everything. Listen. Take Kawhi out of the playing injured argument. Take it out. Take him out. Kawhi isn't even eligible for this. As good as he is as a basketball player, he is not eligible to talk about playing while he's injured. LeBron would have swept that Jazz. Whoa. Whoa. You talking about Stockton to Malone? Hornacek on the LeBron would have swept them? I don't know about that, bro. Pippen had toughness, but check this out. Let's show y'all what mental toughness is, right? Y'all remember Charles Oakley slapping him in the first season when he was a rookie? Had he jerked up, he talking about he want to be better than Mike. Then he slapped him. Pip laughed it off. Laughed it off. Niggas would have looked at that and been like, this the softest nigga in the world. But then he got on that court with a fucking broken back and was ready to take another charge. It's a different level of mental toughness that they had back then. I mean, listen, I think Brown would have probably wanted to fight this Chicago team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They would have wanted to fight. Like that would have been crazy. You think the 2017 Warriors beat the Bulls? You don't think Pippen can guard KD? I don't think he can shut him down. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't think no superstar can be shut down, right? But you don't think Pippen can guard Kevin Durant? Remember, we talking mental toughness here. We talking in the era of physicality. Y'all can't. Y'all listen. Don't listen. Especially listen on. Especially new people. Do not tell me Kevin Durant is dropping 40 a night on Scottie Pippen. Do not. It's not happening. It's just not happening. Kevin Durant gonna get some buckets. Don't get me wrong, because that man is he's almost unstoppable. But listen, that's the listen. Him and we both saw we saw him and LeBron let Pat Beverly get the best of them. We talking about a night. Y'all talking about 30, 40 a night on Pippen? Y'all out y'all mind, bro. Y'all out y'all mind. They too physical for these niggas today, bro. Way too physical. Way too physical. Listen, I don't think a superstar can get locked up. You hear what I'm saying? You don't think y'all crazy, bro. Pippen? Pippen? Y'all think KD can drop 40 a night on Pippen? Man, nah, I don't think so. Nah. Hell nah. I don't think so. I don't think so. Durant stands a chance. He's listen, y'all misinterpreting what I'm saying. Durant is going to score. To say he can drop 40 a night on Pippen easily, I'm saying that's not happening. Not every night. No, Pippen is too physical. He's too aggressive. He's way too aggressive. We saw Patrick Beverly affect Kevin Durant. We saw Patrick Beverly affect Kevin Durant. We saw that same dude stop LeBron from scoring at the end of the game. You telling me Pippen couldn't, man, come on. Pippen and get in that man jersey so bad they think he was on the same team. Y'all gotta understand what I'm saying. And who go guard Clay and Steph? Like y'all tripping, bro. Y'all niggas tripping. Y'all tripping. Listen, I get y'all. I 100% get y'all. But man, nah. KD had a 5-inch advantage on. Man, listen. Just go look at Pippen defensive highlights. We talking about people just with a taller advantage. Just go back and look at Pippen because just go back and look at Pippen defensive highlights. 40 a night on Pippen? Like I'm talking about y'all niggas do not know basketball if y'all think KD can drop 40 a night on Scottie Pippen. That's just not happening, bro. That's just not happening. They listen. Do y'all know what Golden State would look like shooting? What that 96 Bulls team harassing them like that? Come on. Like, let's put it like this. The way LeBron and them beat Golden State, if y'all was paying if y'all played close enough attention, they played bully ball. Steph got the ball, tried to fake, LeBron standing behind him. They played bully ball. Bruh. The 96 Bulls, listen. Nah. KD different. One of the most prolific scorers ever. He's not dropping 40 a night on Scottie Pippen. Y'all are out y'all motherfucking mind. That's crazy. They won 73 and lost 3-1 in the championship. Stop playing. Stop playing. They lost that year. Remember the 70 the 96 Bulls, soon as they won they won a record, they said it still ain't shit without the ring. Golden State was specifically going for the record. You got to win that ring, baby. You got to win that ring. What you mean? You got to win that ring. What good is 73? We go 82-0. If you don't win the ring, what does that matter? Scottie can play defense. Like, listen. Bulls beat Utah Jazz. Do y'all know how many above 60 plus teams that Chicago eliminated? Chicago, this is the thing about a lot of people didn't realize about the era that Chicago played in. You had Magic, Showtime, Lakers, even though they was coming off. You had you had the Pistons, even though they was just coming off. You had Seattle, you had Utah, you had Phoenix, you had Portland, and I'm talking about elite teams. New York, elite teams. Elite teams. How many elite teams in the NBA this year, at this point? How many elite teams are in the NBA? Indiana, don't forget Indiana, bro. Like Orlando, bro. Bro, it was bro. Shit was elite back then, bro. Shit was elite. Mike had to beat elite teams. Yeah, I said Seattle, Charlotte. Like, stop playing. They had to beat elite teams to win the championship, bro. They had to beat elite teams, and then you got today's teams. They have certain type. Like, if anybody remembers Steve Nash Phoenix when D'Antoni coached them, I'm talking about Stoudemire. I'm talking about Sean Marion, I'm talking about them days. And they offense, and they used to race teams to 100 points. They score 100 points, they won. Every time they would score 100 points, they would win the game. They fast paced. The whole NBA play like that today. The whole NBA play like that. They just take off, go to the other end, see how fast they can get a bucket, and get back to the other end. No one plays defense. I think that the 96 Bulls would give the entire NBA a fucking run. Like, not even a run for their money. They would terrorize them. The NBA itself doesn't even see that level of aggression that the 90 that the Bulls or even teams back in the day displayed. The NBA don't even allow that type of aggression. You can't even put a team from today back there. Motherfuckers gonna leave so bruised up. This shit don't make sense. It's a totally different game. Of course it is, but it's a softer game. You have to admit that. It's a softer game. The game just not the same. Bruh, that's a fact. Listen, ain't no team that the Bulls beat in the finals a bum team. Not one. The Bulls did not beat a bum ass team they didn't beat a bum team on the finals. They didn't. They beat, and listen, let's say some of the worst teams that they did beat was the Pistons and Lakers because they was on their way out. They played old Lakers, the old Pistons. They was playing, man, they wasn't playing no damn bums. Are y'all serious? I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah. Bro, I'm talking about, listen, teams was elite, bro. Teams was elite back then. No, I know it's a lot of young kids, but I was hoping that the documentary would give them a lot of insight to not just the way the way Chicago played back then, but the way basketball was played. I'll give you the best example. Reggie Miller, when he went and scored that bucket on Mike to win the game and ran and shoved that nigga off to create the space to get the three. Mike didn't cry about it. No, he got pushed and started running after him because he knew that's why he was pushing off. The game back there, was just different. Yeah, Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller, go watch that shot when he hit that buzzer on Mike. He pushed off like a motherfucker. He shoved off. Nah, every player is a step back travel these days. Niggas can't touch you. Shout out, Kid Glory. Yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference. I think it's a big era difference. I would see a lot of people talking a lot of shit. I would like to see LeBron play with Jordan. That would be an incredible compliment to the way Mike play and the way LeBron play. Better handler, Iverson and Kyrie, different times. That I don't think you can compare. It's just different. It's just way, way different. Kyrie might be the best ball handler ever, but that's because the game has evolved so much. Yeah, the game evolved like crazy, bro. Mike ever faced four All Star? Listen, man. You know what you got to do to get into the All Star these days to get it to be called an All Star. Like that's like, bro. I'm not. Listen, I'm not playing that. You have you with a champion. Shout out to Geechee Gotti. What that champion of the year? Fucking dog, well deserved. Listen, for anybody advocating on my behalf, because my motherfucking Twitter blew up. Listen, I was getting them crowns before any of that shit was something that the battlers were shooting for. My being battler of the year was all based on consistency. So that I do that on my own. I wasn't chasing no no accolade or nothing like that. I'm consistent because that's just how I am. I'm gonna be consistent next year too, and this all this year. And it's not to go for no belt. You know, it's dope. I think it's a beautiful platform and battle rap dope aspect. Very good incentive for people to step their game up and shit like that. But niggas know me. I've been doing that. You know, that's. I think it'll be dope. You know what I mean? And it's dope that Geechee won that bitch. Salute to that nigga, bro. He deserve it. But for me, that don't bother me, not even a little bit. I do me. Yeah, no, I ain't get robbed. I only get you. Hey, if I was going for it, I would have told you. Man, I feel cheated, but I don't go for that. I just tell niggas, bro, I'm the champ. I'm the champ. I'm that. I just say that type of shit, but I don't really care about that type of shit. Um, the Celtics started the super team fad. Nah, well, yeah, they did start the fad because super teams existed. They existed. Look at look at look at the Lakers. Look at Celtics. Look at Larry Bird's Celtics. Like it was the Spurs. Like super teams existed, bro. But super teams existed from the fact that everybody played their role tremendously. And it was like, you know what I mean? Like the Spurs, you know what Tony Parker did. He did that extremely well. We know what Tim Duncan did, but he did it extremely well. Before David Robinson left, we know what he did. They blended very well together. Then they had a coach to draw that bitch perfectly. So that's why they all deserve it. But I think personal fame, personal Hall of Fame accolades or personal All Star accolades. I don't know. I think that's why a lot of niggas ain't getting championships. A lot of niggas want to be all stars now. To me, the Pistons was a super team. The Pistons, argue with me if you want. 04, 04. Not the bad boys, but the bad boys are included because it's all Detroit. 04 Pistons might be the best defensive team ever assembled. Argue with me? Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers. Them '04 Pistons shut the whole fucking NBA down. Every star in the NBA got shut down that year. Yeah, '04 Pistons was the best defensive team in the history of the NBA. They shut down everything. Did I already talk about boom situation? Something else happened? What else happened? Bro, Bill Wallace, bro. They shut down Shaq and Kobe. They shut down Iverson. Iverson couldn't even come in the paint. it was nuts, bro. They shut down the Nets. I remember we held like 8 teams in a row under 50 points or 60 points or some shit like that. And then like New Jersey was the team that finally scored over 60 or 70 points and they celebrated, but they still lost by the dub. I was like, you know shit getting bad when they just trying not to lose bad. Yeah, niggas knew we had it that year. We was supposed to have it the next year too, though. I ain't gonna lie. Ben Wallace shut down Shaq. Ben Wallace, quiet as is kept, one of the strongest NBA players ever. He one of the strongest NBA players ever. Niggas will never give him that. I don't know if niggas give him that credit or not. I don't really hear the Pistons talked about that much, but Ben Wallace, one of the strongest NBA players ever. Fritz Toast, what's good, G? The big man era was so. Chauncey Billups might have been the most, next to Mike, Chauncey might have been the most poised to be. That man could stay under control during any fucking thing, bro. I'm talking about his whole bald head could be on fire. If it's 3 seconds left, he gonna get the shot off though. Chauncey Billups was that fucking guy. Yeah, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. That Chauncey and Reggie Miller, that block, we was just meant to win that year, bro. We was meant to win that year. Bro, I'm talking about look, I'm talking about his whole head. You hear me? That motherfucker be oven roasted. That nigga be like, bitch, it's 3 seconds left. I get to it in a minute. Blaze that bitch. Water too. That nigga used to be so. And Rip was like a baby Reggie Miller. He just didn't bang the three that much, but he could. But he used to come off the screens just like Reggie Miller. Had the niggas chasing him around the court just like Reggie Miller. You couldn't stop him. Nah, Billups ain't losing fast. Billups is a actual old fashioned point guard, bro. That's what happened. They took him out that system. They put Billups with Carmelo. Not saying it was a bad mix, but Carmelo was fresh in the game. Man, nah. Chauncey needed a whole system of role players, niggas that played their positions excellent, and a coach to take that. Chauncey needed a system. He was an actual point guard. The worst thing ever was Joe Dumars trading him. That was the worst thing ever. MJ beat the Suns. The Suns was whack. I thought MJ was the only reason they didn't get a ring. Am I tripping? Ain't MJ the only reason Charles Barkley don't have a ring? Am I tripping? Dirk is criminally underrated. And the nigga started playing basketball in 10th grade. Very, very criminally underrated. Do I think Akeem is underrated? Nah. Let me explain to you why. Sam Bowie. We all know Sam Bowie. Everybody talk about how bad that decision was that he got picked over Jordan. And nobody faults Houston for picking Hakeem first in that draft. He was getting picked first no matter what. You remember that. Nobody ever said nothing to Houston because they could have had Jordan too. But they got Hakeem the Dream. And nobody ever said that was the wrong pick. Remember that. It wasn't the fact that Sam got hurt. No, it was the fact that they could have had Jordan. No, he was not. No, he was no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. They got Sam. No, no. Nah, Listen, Sam was cool. Sam was cool. They picked him up because they needed a conventional big. Mike just didn't fit in what they had. They had already Clyde. They had the Clyde already. He fit already. Sam fit in their lineup. But nah, Sam wasn't Sam wasn't good. Like what? He wasn't ever better than Jordan. He was just a big dude. They needed him. Bro, go look at Hakeem versus Shaq in the finals. I'm gonna tell you something. You want to see some big man footwork? You want to see some big man footwork? Hakeem put something on Shaq. Shaq will probably never forget. I want to see big man footwork. That's why when every time everybody talk about Shaq dominance, Shaq is the dominance, probably the most dominant ever. But when it came to Hakeem the Dream, Shaq didn't even exist. Yeah, Shaq didn't even. Nah, I put Shaq over Hakeem just over a career span, but that was young. Nah, it didn't. I don't think it had anything. Because the only thing Shaq did when he got bigger was more of what he did when he was younger. It was just harder to stop. Hakeem had footwork. Hakeem had footwork and a dirty ass light touch that you couldn't stop. You couldn't stop it. You just couldn't stop it. Shaq couldn't do shit with Hakeem on his best day. Hakeem was just too fucking good in there. Now listen, the Lakers Shaq would have been harder to stop, absolutely. But he's still not doing shit with a key to dream. Ain't nobody doing shit with a key to dream in that post. That footwork was just too good. You go back and do your history of the bigs that came into the NBA and go look at how many of them went to Hakeem after Hakeem retired to get help. Then you talking about the dream shake. I'm talking about all big man footwork in general. Go look at how many big men went to Hakeem to get their footwork when they came into the NBA. Yeah, see, Slumville, you know, see, Slumville, no. See, Penny got wore out too fucking quick, man. I was arguing with Penny. I was arguing Penny when somebody kept telling me Mike, only reason why Mike was dominant is because he was the athletic nigga in a league full of non-athletic niggas. That's some of the dumbest shit I ever heard. And Penny Hardaway was a good example that I gave. Penny Hardaway was a fucking, bro, the potential Penny Hardaway had. The potential Penny Hardaway had. Bro, it's no question. It's no question. But, you know, Penny was overrated? No, 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 no. Penny was Penny had a if this make any sense, he had a bad body. His body just wasn't good. Like Brandon Roy legs. His body just wasn't good. How yeah, Penny wasn't overrated. He just had to go before his time, that's all. Penny had tremendous potential, man. I don't know, man. Even with the era of the day, I love how flashy it is. Nobody dunking like Shot, man. Listen, do niggas not remember Mike when Mike did the dunk contest? It wasn't in his eighth or ninth year, first of all. Second of all, who was he dunking against? You tell me that man wasn't athletic. And Grant Hill was the Brandon Roy before Brandon Roy. I'm glad you brought him up. Yeah, Dominique Wilkins. Look, he said, I don't know. Dominique Wilkins, my nigga. Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins. He was dunking against Dominique. Like, what? Jordan should have lost. Yeah, he should have lost. Yeah. I don't even know if that's the argument. I'm saying it was plenty of athletic niggas in the league. Jordan was clean, apparently head and shoulders ahead of his time. It's just that simple. The biggest bust. Uh, who's the biggest bust? Uh, Greg Oden. Greg Oden. Y'all remember him? Kwame Brown. But see, he got more PT than Greg Oden, bro. See, y'all got. I mean, see, okay, I get Kwame Brown because his potential coming in, but Greg Oden, bro, like, first of all, he had a face that looked like he was 19 and 90 at the same time. And I'm talking about, I don't think he had his entire season was what a nigga, what a nigga get in a year. Like, how much clock a nigga can average for a year or get for a year and tie it all up. I don't think. Nah, I think Andrew Bynum went out the worst. Yeah, Andrew Bynum went out so bad. I remember like it was yesterday too, because the last time I saw Andrew Bynum, he was getting fucked over by J.J. Barea. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember this. And J.J. Barea just got to running circles around his big ass. He went up to score. Motherfucker, Bynum just knocked his ass out the air. I was like, y'all go look it up right now. Go look at Andrew Bynum knocking J.J. Barea out the air. I was like, God damn. Nigga took his shirt off and walked out. I was like, Darko. Thank you to whoever wrote that. Darko is the worst NBA draft pick of all time. Call it Detroit bias, but the fucking slew of players we could have had instead of that fucking guy is ridiculous. Understand that it took Darko about 6 games to score his first bucket. Mind you, I was there all preseason, all season. He didn't score in the preseason at all. And he was, remember, preseason, the subs get the clock. So the rookies are on the court. Nothing. We could have had Melo. We could have had D-Wade. We could have had Darko is our Sam Bowie. Darko, if you see this, you are the worst NBA draft pick of all time because you're ugly and the people that was supposed to be here instead of you, I will never get over it. So yeah, Darko is the worst of all time. Bro, Melo, best trash talker, GP. Y'all got to be old school to know that. GP. 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 Easily GP. Kevin Garnett is a close second. Close set. That nigga told Bello he wanted to eat his bitch pussy. So random shit like that. Carmelo wait outside by his bus or some shit. I was like, God damn, this shit real. Listen, easily Gary Payton. Gary Payton had, bro, this nigga talked like he was 6'9". And I'm not Takashi, bro. I'm talking about 6'9". That nigga had the, but he backed that game up. He was on the court going crazy. But when it came to trash talking, he was the one. He was the one. Quickest first step. I don't know what the quickest. My favorite is Grant Hill. Grant Hill had a dirty ass first step. Man. I don't know if people know what first step is because a lot of people saying Iverson. And Iverson, Derrick Rose had a quick ass first step. Oh my God, D Rose had a quick ass first step. Yeah, nah, Grant Hill. See, like Iverson would literally just get you the fuck away from him. Iverson made you think things was gonna happen that didn't happen, and that's why you ended up doing the shit you did. D Rose was a nigga you just couldn't keep up with him. T Mac too. T Mac had a nasty first step too. Tim Hardaway. See, this is why I say, as far as Kyrie and Iverson, that's why I say that handling dribbling game is hard to really dissect because the very first crossover I could remember being effective was Tim Hardaway. You feel me? So then Iverson, he kind of revolutionized it. Even if y'all could remember back when Ivo first came in the game, you remember what everybody was saying about Isaiah Thomas, the Boston Isaiah Thomas. They was saying it's hard to stop him because he's allowed to carry the ball. Go back and look at Iverson and look at interviews from people that talked about guarding him when he first got in the game. When they was talking about guarding him, they was saying the same shit. They was saying when he had that ball, his crossover, he was allowed to carry it for a split second, which I do that. I do it all the fucking time. You don't have to carry to do that crossover at all. It's just look, he carried. He did not. He didn't carry with the crossover at all. He didn't carry with the crossover. Who's the best in the league right now? Well, I see two people's names, and then I'm gonna go out of the obvious. I'm gonna say Kawhi. Not this is not in order, but it's out of Kawhi, Bron, and Giannis. I just don't see. I just Bron just for the fact that he's playing so high at a high level so late in his career is just still that's just crazy. So I don't think he has to be put in the best in the league category. Period. Just for the level. Luca, you know what Luca need? Because I like Luca. Luca needs some defense, man. I'm old school with basketball, man. I'm with both. Look, oh, Jamal Crawford, he got a dirty first step. He got some. He might have some of the nastiest crossover ever, ever. Jamal Crawford is crazy. Go look at some crazy ass highlights. He used to get nuts. And KD, yeah. That's a fact. Yeah, yeah. Luca needs some defense, man. When Luca put that defense in and get in full effect, I think he gonna be feared a lot more. It's a lot of niggas that just don't fear him, and I think it's because oh shit, I could do what he could do. He score, and for the most part, it's true. That's the way the NBA is now. Everybody can do what Luca doing, but it's niggas that's gonna play defense and force some turnovers. Luca's not he not potentially he not gonna cause nobody a hard time. White chocolate. All right, what about white chocolate? That's a nasty. Who I think is the better player? Jordan. That's not a question. Mindset got a lot to do with it. I think LeBron loves to win. Mike wants to win. There's like for Mike, he won't accept nothing less. LeBron, um, I'll put it like this. Mike had a lot of niggas on his team that was absolutely satisfied with just being in the NBA. For Mike, that just was not enough. He had to be at the top of the game, playing at the top level for the gold at all costs. So playing with people that don't really give a fuck about winning as much as you do, you gotta do some shit to get these niggas on board. And that's the difference. Like LeBron looking for niggas that want to win too. Mike, he had a lot of niggas that did not want to win. That didn't care if they lost, that didn't take it as hard as he did. Pause. Bulls six man was a ref. Yeah. Ask Go ask Detroit if the Bulls had the six man as a ref. Pistons beat the shit out of Chicago. Jordan would have had 100 foul shots. But Williams a coach now. LeBron handpicks his team. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that if Mike saying I'm playing at the top level, if you playing with me, you got to be up here with me. That's how we win it. We not gonna win unless we all playing at the top level. You know, I get that. You think Mike can have a say so? I know he did, but I don't think Mike was fishing for having the best competition on his team. See, the difference is Mike wanted to go against the best competition. He didn't want to team up with him. That's the difference. So Mike was about having this bullshit ass team and making them niggas better to go against these other teams full of good ass players. That's the difference. DeRozan to the Wizards, I don't know. I don't know. They need to get Bill up out of there, send him somewhere nice. I like him. I ain't really too much. I don't know. Wizards ain't really doing it for me. Kobe handpick his team. Nah. Kobe too unhappy. Kobe, he used to be too unhappy with people to. How do Bron pick his team? You not for real, right? Yeah, I just think. Yeah, I think Wizards is a bad situation for him. You know what I mean? With Wall being out, it did show what Bill could really do, which I have felt he already could do. So that's the difference. Mike, Kareem, Kobe, Bron. Y'all got Bron over Magic? Best point guard in the league or my favorite point guard in the league? Some people do got Magic over LeBron, some don't. Best point guard? Kareem might be. See, Kareem is a low key number one of all time. You go look at Kareem accolades. He's the all time leading NBA scorer. It's gonna be hard to top Kareem. He had the most unstoppable shot ever. Dame, so y'all got Dame as the best point. My favorite, my favorite, and then the best. Damn, I don't know, bro. Let me say Curry. Yeah, Rondo maybe. That's not my favorite, but I mean like Rondo, Chris Paul, them the point guards I like just based on how they play. You know what I mean? I like old school facilitating point guards that pass that ball. I'll tell you this, I like what's bro name? Um Fox, De'Aaron Fox. He nice. Is he a two? I don't know, but he nice. Westbrook overrated? Nah, he not. He not. He just coming into his own. Steve Francis was overrated? Not at all. What the fuck? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all just saying wild shit, bruh. Steve Francis wasn't even close to overrated. John Moran is elite. Early. 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 Russ or Oscar. That's not close. That's not close yet. I don't care about what like this is what a lot of people gotta realize. Russell being as athletic as he is should be mental he should be able to do a lot more for his organization. You gotta think about it. It was him, Durant, and James Harden. Like, it's just the mentality, man. It's just the mentality. Old school point guards knew how to play the game. These new point guards they just want to score. Let's see how quick I can pull up a three. Then you got look Trey Young. He's literally Steph Curry. Literally Steph Curry. He even does the kiss thing. Like he literally like it's crazy. So I don't know. Jason White Chocolate was crazy. Listen. White Chocolate. Y'all want to see some passes? Westbrook probably the most underrated. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. He's getting rated. I think he's getting rated fairly. What people are rating him on, bro? What you gotta understand is we do the eye test, which is why we say a lot of y'all, a lot of younger people needed to be back in them days, seeing that these games live. So it's so you understand, like when Mike scored the layup on Utah, got the steal, then hit the shot on Brian on Russell. That sequence, right? The entire sequence, they call that the best 30 seconds. Um, they say that's the best 30-second uh whatever in NBA history. So you gotta see when Westbrook, when it's time for him to make prime decisions, he crumbled. And that's what a lot of his judgment and his rating come from. Westbrook is incredible, but when it's that decision making, that poise in them late game situations, like he can have an incredible shooting night, and he can like there's nothing that is still hasn't told Russ Westbrook to get from off the 3-point line, but he's still back there. He don't realize that's jeopardizing to a team. You know what I mean? So I think he gotta realize that. I think playing with James Harden now is some of the best thing that ever happened to him. Yeah, he very sloppy. His late game decision making don't show don't show that build of a natural true point guard. And that's where his rating come from. I don't think he underrated at all. I think a lot of people look at his numbers and think that's where his rating should come from, but nah. You want a player on your team that can deliver and finish. When it's time to close, you got to be able to close. Not just rely on the fact that the game is 10 points ahead and we can cruise these last couple minutes out. Like, nah, we got to make sure if it's time to, you know who to go to. You know how to do it. Westbrook drive is extremely unstoppable, but he got his ass out there at the 3-point line. You know what I mean? He shot both of his teammates out of the city. Like, you know what I mean? His rating is very fair. He just got to pay attention to why they rating him that way. It ain't got nothing to do with averaging a triple double. Mm, best dunker, Vince, Vince, Vince. 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 Vince is the best dunker of a basketball ever. That nigga, bro. Mm-mm. Jason Kidd, your favorite passer? One of the elites. One of the elites. Westbrook or Kyrie? Kyrie. Like I said, late game decisions. Mental toughness. Kyrie mentally tough, but I mean not Westbrook mentally tough, but you can tell by his actions he's allowed to get thrown off his game very easily, very 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 easily. So Aaron Gordon, Levine. I think Levine a little more versatile. Um, I think. I think. Nah, he crazy with Duncan too. Tim Duncan. Ooh, now that's a good one. I'm gonna have to go with Tim Duncan though. He probably the best ever, man. I ain't gonna lie. He probably the best ever in that position. I can't even lie. You take LA Shaq over the Greek Freak. I don't know. I don't know. Greek Freak can hit free throws, 3-pointers, and run the floor. I mean, run the floor. I don't know. You gotta see. You gotta give it time. Give it time. Give it time. See, the position that Shaq played versus the position that the Greek Freak is playing is tremendously different. So, um, just give Greek Freak some time. I think Greek Freak got the potential to be one of the greatest bigs ever. He just got to come into his own. Right now, they letting people like Embiid take that spot because he playing real conventional big man basketball. So and he daring people to get physical. I like it. Fighting motherfuckers and shit. Pejas, woo, he was one of the purest, one of the purest, one of the purest. Sacramento actually had an elite ass team, bro. Elite ass team. Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, um, Peja, bro. That team was elite. Doug Christie, that team was elite, bro. T Mac without injuries or Kobe. Kobe, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You know what though? T Mac might have been he might have been put in some bad situations, man. Because his potential was also through the roof. I mean, through the roof. Yeah, a healthy T Mac was a nightmare, bro. Kobe said T Mac was the hardest to play against. Did he? I can see that, bro. He like a Kobe, but he like a longer, taller Kobe. Kobe just had Kobe had he had some gifts with him. He had some nice teammates and all that. But T Mac, he just a little taller, but he played just like him. Yeah, nah, that's a fact. They train together. Giannis needs a jumper. Yeah, nah, he got a little touch. He need to be able to respond to somebody forcing him to the perimeter. Yeah, for real. Thought it was Tony Allen giving Kobe trouble. Any physical defender is gonna give a nigga trouble, bro. Any physical defender is gonna give a nigga trouble. That's 100%, bro. 100%. T Mac used to live with Kobe. I don't know where that came from. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna know where that came from. Shamarian has the worst shot. Bruh, man. Talk about criticizing a form when the shot perfect. That nigga. Sean Marion, bruh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Avery Bradley, he a new low-key, slept on ass defender. Very slept on defender. Oh wow, T Mac said that? That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of Kobe secrets is coming out. Not even secrets, just personal things that Kobe did for people and shit like that. Marion was nice, bro. That ugly ass 3-pointer was that bitch used to fall. And that nigga used to bang too. Yeah, you couldn't be. He come off the baseline. That shit was nasty. All right, y'all. I'm about to get on up out there and get some food. What's my gamer tag? The Kid JC, Chris Mullen. Tell them niggas about Chris Mullen. They didn't understand him. He played for Indiana. He played for Warriors. They don't know about Chris Mullen. That nigga had the buzz joint. That nigga couldn't miss, bruh. He couldn't miss. Chris Mullen was that piece. Hey, listen though. This is about to happen. I'm gonna grab some food and shit real quick. Get these kids settled and shit and all that. And then after that, I'm jumping back on this joint and we're gonna talk some more basketball shit. Cause I didn't know this shit was that lit, but I just watched The Last Dance and I thought the shit was fire. So I wanted to see what niggas is, what niggas was on and shit, as far as how they felt, if it changed to tip the scales, anything, how anybody felt about it. But and I'm definitely, I'm going back live on the game. Don't trip. Y'all already know. But yeah, get back with me though. I'll be back in about an hour when we get back popping. You already know.